Today I'm hanging out with Roman with Vanture Customs in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I've had him on the channel about a dozen times. He always comes up with awesome creations at his shop. Today, he's gonna give us a tour of a Ram Promaster custom campervan conversion.
Hey, this is Roman from Vanture Customs, and thank you, Patrick, for having me on the channel again. I'm super excited to be here, and I'm excited to show you my newest creation. It's a custom conversion that we did for a customer. He brought us this 2022 Ram Promaster 159-inch wheelbase. It's a dark gray color. I kind of like it. And he got the package with the seat swivels and all the bells and whistles on the inside. We can start right here. We have a cute little table you can pop out, flip down, and unlike other tables, you can actually sit on it. Fresh water tank. This is just drinking water. Nice and easy. You can take it out, quick connect it in. Close the door so you don't see it when you don't need it. This faucet actually is pretty cool. It has 3 hoses. One for the fresh water, which you point the lever down. It's like a weird trick to do it. And then there's a hot and cold, like a regular faucet. And it comes out and you can shower with it like most of the other faucets that we do. And then you can put your cutting board back in the sink to get more counter space. And if that's not enough, you have 20 more inches of butcher block, and you have a pretty open counter space to cut stuff up. That folds down, clicks in so it doesn't rattle. These latches, you can actually offset them in a way where you push it in and it does not rattle and stays nice and put. For the floor, we did vinyl flooring, foam board insulation, and it's a pretty nice material where it doesn't scratch as much. We cover our corners with aluminum. And then underneath the seat here, we have a Webasto SEC 2000 gasoline heater. It takes fuel directly from your fuel tank, so you don't have to worry about propane or diesel separate tanks. The seat swivels, factory seat swivels, they're the best ones. If you can order your van with that, definitely get that. Lagoon table, we love Lagoon tables. They're universal. You can swing it around, pop it off, put it on the back side, whatever of your van. And our Ford Transit seats, they have 3-point seat belts, and they are bolted into the frame, and they are DOT approved, pool test approved, and you can actually click it out and take it out if you need the extra space. Up here we have an upper cabinet, pretty big upper cabinet actually. The interior wood is pre-finished maple, and we edge band it, laminate it after we bolt it together, router in the LED, hide all our wires, and put J-latches to keep all your things inside so stuff's not falling on your passengers. And we put a USB and USB-C on the side, a USB, USB-C on the top corner there, as well as a WeBoost antenna. He's also going to have a MiFi, it's called, plugged in, so it kind of expands the wireless connection from that WeBoost, which is pretty useful. He'll be working right here. We have a AM window that we had to actually flip because we put this cabinet here, and that has a bug screen, and it's pretty big, nice window. Underneath that we have 110 volt outlet and USB-C and a ton more USBs. There's actually 25 USB and USB-Cs throughout the van, 70 square feet. So for the insulation in this van behind the walls and ceiling, we have spray foam insulation. It's great insulation because we use sound deadening pads to sound deaden some of the metals, but the spray foam does a really great job at doing that, as well as reinforcing the sheet metal. It makes it really strong as well. And to insulate where we can't use spray foam. The pine, we use our usual custom milled to 1/2 inch white pine. It's nice, lightweight, and looks great. Kind of has a good smell and cabin feel to it. And we have the Max Air fan, 7500 with the little tinted lid. You have a remote control for it over there as well. And here we put our control panel. This customer had this, he's an engineer, so he had this whole PowerPoint presentation for us of how he wanted every single piece of the van, and we did it exactly to how he wanted it. I had to custom scribe and cut this trim piece and put all the control panels and wiring. It actually pops off and you can access all your wires as well as this, so you can access and add thinks down the future, he actually had us add a whole separate 12-volt fuse panel because he's planning on having this van forever and adding things down the road. This is a Webasto controller, multi-controller for the Webasto heater, battery monitor for our batteries. He has 560 amp hour batteries. You can see it's 100% charged. Inverter charger, 3000 watt inverter charger, and sea level 2 tank monitor. Has the battery, fresh water tank, gray water tank monitoring. It has the glue-on little level gauges, which are pretty sweet. You don't have to drill into your tanks. Water heater, timer, so you don't have to worry about leaving your water heater on when you don't want to. And over here, there's the gray water tank wastegate, and below that we have the wheelbase on and off switch, since you don't want that on all the time. So we'll dive down here. We have our beautiful handcrafted cabinets. This little strap is for the lagoon table that's in the front. Your 7-gallon drinking water pump switch, and everything is finished, so you can wipe it down with acetone or whatever. It won't damage the wood. Nice big drawers. This is where you keep your induction cooktop. Put it on the table, plug it in, cook up a quick meal. Those are the most efficient way to cook a meal in a van. We don't do propane. We stepped away. As much as I love my little propane grill, I still bring it. Huge storage down here. 2 J latches keep everything in, and LED strips on the bottom toe kick kind of brings more light to the van. Also lights up all the dirt on the floor. And on this side, we did a floor to ceiling cabinet, a RV Tundra microwave. It's a little more RV friendly since it doesn't have that surge of power draw. This is the Isotherm 80 fridge, and the little freezer up here. Great fridge, nice finish. We did a little cubby up here with rubber bands to keep all your belongings in there. Over here we have our new cushions with the that crazy 100,000 double rub material, and underneath that you have a huge box of storage and more USB 110-volt outlets, and these are the LED dimmer switches. So you're in bed, you kind of have the little ambient lighting, so you don't wake up your partner. This is a huge drawer. Everything's finished, edge banded PVC, lightweight maple plywood, all the high-end materials in our vans. And if you don't want to sit up there with your friends, you can just sit over here and eat your dinner or work on this lagoon table. Slide it out of the way. If you don't want to, take it, pop it off, place it down where I'm standing right now. Take these cushions, and you have another little bed for someone to crash on. And back here we have a huge bed. It's actually 77 inches across, and there's still a little bit of room for insulation, but it's pretty impressive. You can fit 77 inches person without cutting holes in the side of your van. That's why we love our Promasters. Reading lights and USB chargers there as well. One over there, and a 12-volt fan. It's pretty essential in a van, especially if you don't have an air conditioner. They have an air conditioner. They have a 12-volt air conditioner. It's a STX 2000. On eco mode, you can get over 12 hours in this particular van, which is what you're going to be mostly running it on. And then on this side, we have more upper cabinet storage with gas struts. Make sure you pick the right weight capacity for your gas struts, and this is also the right way to mount them so that the gaskets on the gas struts stay lubricated. I see a lot of builders mounting upside down and they stop working. And over here, which is the coolest part of the build, my favorite part, and the customer kind of had this design, and it took us thousands of emails, about a year, to kind of get this van into our hands and finally start building it. So he had a ton of time to perfect it. And we had a custom made stainless steel tub that was forged into this box. and then you just open up the upper cabinet. You can even do this one hand. That's how quick and easy this is to put up. Drop the curtain, earth magnets, and you're done. There's 2 ways to get in from over there. I'm going to do it from over here just for the camera angle sakes. As you can see, the hooks or earth magnets are pretty strong, so they can keep it up for you. You have the little controls here. You stop the water right here. You can also quick disconnect this shower head and take it to the back. We'll show you in a second. But there's plenty of there's plenty of wing space to shower in here. You have a solid stainless steel pan that's gonna outlast the van. Great material to use, but there's plenty of wing space to shower up, and you can pop this shower down in less than a minute. If you need to access the plumbing, this panel pops off. You have the plumbing right there, so really easy to maintain. That's pretty much it here. Now I'm gonna take you outside and show you some of the outside features. All right. So I didn't use it, but there's a step running board that you can kind of climb up in from the front as well, the front door. So up top we did a camel wrap roof racks because they're our favorite roof racks, and we did little awning mounts on the side. The customer wants to mount the awning down the road. We have the AM windows, AM small windows. They have the screens and able to open. They're great, nice windows. Powder coated black rims, and that's the stock tires that the Promasters come with. They're pretty good for a while. Out the back, the roof rack has a roller also, so you can roll up your kayaks and any big items without scratching or denting your top of the van. And this is the back here. We'll start with the sweet bike tray. It's aluminum, and it has our sweet powder coated logo in there. It can handle 500 pounds, and it has these cool little designs so you can mount the straps and wrap your luggage or bikes, which this customer specifically designed this for the bikes. That's why we built this water cabinet and built this notch into it. And up top you see the notch has the quick connect for the shower head. They're gonna be using that same one, the city inlet, and the same exact shower handle to control the hot and cold waters. So now we'll show you the inside of our cool little water system. Pretty simple. We used a wheel well tank that is shipped out of Canada. We teamed up with those guys. They have some sweet tanks. This is a air out inlet, so you can blow air through your lines when you're ready to winterize. And Bosch 2.5 water heater. The outlet's right there. It's controlled on that timer switch. This is a great water heater because you can get them replaced at a Home Depot, so they're very easy to maintain. Pop that in place. And over here on this side, we have our electrical system. The J-Lock panels just pop out of the way if you ever need to work on it. We started using Dakota lithium batteries. They have 11-year warranty, and it fits 280 amp hours in this little battery, so you can fit a ton more amp hours in your type builds. 3,000 watt inverter charger, and the solar controller, DC to DC 60 amp charger, breakers for everything. Everything's nice and labeled. The customer gets a diagram of where all the wires run and everything else. A whole separate secondary fuse panel over here, so the customer can add future 12-volt items down the future, as well as the main shutoff located right here. Breakers for everything. The customer had me build a bike ramp bed. It's a removable bed. You can unbolt it and have it out within minutes. I really like it because I made it pretty light, as the Moab bed is pretty heavy and kind of bulky. This one's really easy. In 3 pieces it pops out. Anyone can do it, and I like that I flip these so you can actually use the bike ramps to hook stuff into. I'll actually do a pretty good walkthrough of how to do it, like a DIY video. So if you guys want to check that out, you can see it on our channel. On the back we have our AC 100 volt 120 volt breaker switch panel, so you kind of see everything right there, and more 110 volt outlet and USB outlet, as well as some of the cigarette outlets located throughout the van. Let me give you a rundown on the capacities. This is our like upgrade solar panel 2, solar 2 upgrade. It has 560 amp hours. He's able to upgrade for more if he needs to. But it's a 3000 watt inverter, Renogy inverter charger, and it's 350 watts of solar panels up top. And that is what we consider a very good package to kind of get on the road and run your air conditioner, fans, charging laptops, computers, all that. Let me take you to the driver's side so we can show you a couple more things. We have more AM windows. We have a 30 amp short plug for the inverter charger. Pretty sweet add-on. And underneath the van, we have the gray water tank. It's a 17-gallon gray water tank, and they can empty it with just a click of a button on the upper trim area over the sliding door. And this is one more running board on the side. Thank you so much for having me on your channel again, Patrick. Thanks guys for watching the tour. If you guys want to come and visit our website, vanturecustoms.com, we're on Instagram, social media, all sorts of social media, Pinterest, TikTok, YouTube. Please subscribe. We do video tours of our own. We're starting to do more like DIY-ish video tours. So feel free to follow, and don't forget to venture on.
Always a pleasure to have you on the channel, Roman. This is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. We'll see you soon.